Alright, chapter 2, something else we're going to talk about very important that you need to have. You're going to need to have some kind of self-education. Self-education. Not the education that you got when you went to school. Reading, writing, arithmetic. You really don't even need that to succeed. You'll need some arithmetic. But what nigga don't know how to count? Money. That's trying to hustle. You don't even have to have your ass out there. You can't count. You can't fuck with money. You dig? Reading and writing don't really mean shit, nigga. The hustle come from another level. Of course you need to be able to read and write. I'm not advocating that you don't need to go to school. You need to learn how to read and write. Of course you need to learn to be able to read and write. I'm not advocating that you just be a dummy and don't go to school. You need to learn to read. You need to be able to write. You need to be able to count, reading, writing, and arithmetic. Really the basics. By the time you reach 6th, 7th grade, you ought to be ready to hit the world. You need to be ready to further your education, your self-education. After you get the basics down, it's time for you to jump off the porch and get to the real bread. And you need to have some kind of self-education. Because with self-education, you can go all the way around the world. You need to have knowledge of self, and you need to have some education on what it is that you really thinking that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be a baker, go study bakery. If you're going to be a violinist, study how to play the violin. If you're going to be a mechanic, you need to go study and educate yourself on how to fix cars. Whatever it is that you're feeling like you have your heart set on doing, I would advise that you go self-educate yourself in that area. You know what I'm saying? Just like right now, if you listen to this book, then you are the type of person who is already on the right track. You are self-educating right now. You're getting the education about this game right here that you want to learn about, the hustle. See what I'm saying? How to succeed wherever you are. Not only for the streets, but this for the workplace, in your home, in all avenues of life. You just have to have that mind frame that you can't never learn enough. Your mind always has to be absorbing new knowledge, on the lookout for new things to learn, because you can't never learn everything. You can't never learn too much, you know what I'm saying? The more you know, the more you grow. I know you heard that saying before. The more you know, the more you grow. That's real shit. That's 1,000. You feel me? So you gotta educate yourself. You gotta read books on economics. You have to read books, watch videos on economics, politics, history, religion, societies, businesses, business management, money marketing. You have to learn about money just to even make money. Money has its own dynamic that you have to learn about. If you don't understand money, then how are you going to make money? How are you going to hold money? How are you going to control money and interact with money when you get it? That's the main thing, not just getting it. Getting money is easy. Everybody can get money. My nephew can get money. Saving money and doing something with it that's going to benefit you in the future, so that you can always have money or make more money from the money that you already made. That's a skill that's going to take some education, some self-education. You're not going to learn that in school. The knowledge that you gain from experience is nothing like the knowledge that you gain from a schoolhouse or a college or whatever. Not saying there's anything wrong with going to school or college, but you're going to need some kind of education outside of that. And that's the education that you're going to get yourself. Okay? Chapter 1. What's the first thing that you need? You got to have heart. You ain't got that, you ain't got nothing coming, so you might as well fall back. You know, the heart is actually the soul of a person. They say the heart is the closest place where we can actually commune with God. That's where you feel feelings of love, inspiration. You know, That's where all of the feelings come from. That's where you get the senses. When you feel something that's not right, that intuition, it comes from within inside your heart. Realness comes from within inside your heart. You gotta have a heart, or you can't even get started. You have to have a heart. You gotta have some kind of love for what you're doing. Love is the strongest emotion that it is in the world. Jesus Christ was the embodiment of love. And that's why his name still reigns supreme to this very day. Just his name alone is a spirit that comes out your mouth when you say it. It's a spirit of power and protection. You got to understand things on a spiritual plane too, and we're going to get into that a little bit later also. But right now, we're going to talk about some of the things that this book is about. You know, this is a hustler's guide to success. I'm going to talk about some of the things that you're going to need if you're going to be a hustler, or if you're going to be on your grind. We're going to talk about some of the things that you need to have as a part of your arsenal, your character, and we're going to talk about some of the things that you don't need in your arsenal, or being a part of your personality or your game or whatever you want to call it. Because some people are just out there hustling. No, it ain't no real hustling. Running around trying to do anything, trying to touch money, but they don't know what to do with it once they get it. Just crashing out before they get to their goal, because they didn't know. They didn't have the proper knowledge. They didn't have the proper utensils and tools as a part of their game and their personality to help them achieve the goals. You understand? You're not going to take no fork and no knife to go try to fix a car engine. No. You're going to go get wrenches, jacks, screwdrivers, whatever you need to complete that task. You feel me? You're not going to be going to a baseball game with tennis rackets, a football helmet. You're going to go with the proper tools that you need to play your game. Okay? So we're going to talk common sense here. We're going to talk about a few different things. We go over into this next